The deeper I get into studying the world of Vocaloid music, the more my mind is blown. And not only that, the utaite who sang the covers. What? So that inspired this video today. Here's what's going to happen today in this video. I'm going to check out the song Villain by Vocaloid composer, producer Teniwoha, and I'm going to compare it to Otto's cover of it. We're going to break down the differences between the voice bank, the flower V, I think that's the voice bank used on this one, to how Otto sings, the phrasing, the vocal textures. We're going to get into it, and that's going to be for YouTube. But for those of you supporting the channel, this is really going to be a longer video, which will also include, I'll be checking out Buri no Dance by Hinata Electric Works. That will do the Vocaloid of that compared to Otto's cover right here. And the last one I'll do is Senbon Zakura by, is that Kurausa P? Is that the producer? That's the Vocaloid version. And then Otto's cover of it. If you don't know anything about the utaite, the Vocaloid world, you are in for it. This is a fascinating world. There is so much to unpack here. I'll get into it as we go, but we got to get onto the music. Let's go. This is Villain by Teniwoha, and this is using the voice bank V Flower, and we'll talk about why and talk about what that means here in a little bit. I've been doing a ton of research this morning. Let's go. It's going to be fun. Woo! Right out of the gate. It's got a swing beat to it. Ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. Long. Wow, that harmony is fascinating. Okay. We're going to talk about the meaning too. Wow. All right, pause for a second. Oh my God. Fascinating. Okay, so this beat is fascinating. The sort of swing beat to it. Like a swing is like boom, 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 boom. It's like this long, short feeling to it. These vocals. Right, like sounds like that. Oh, you hear that? Like there's such an interesting, the more I listen to Vocaloid music, the more it really has a distinctive tone quality to it. The way that the software interacts with the voice, it creates this sort of hollow resonant sound, which I guess that's the best way I could explain it. Let me see if I can find some more language around it. Right here. So it's got this, it has a particular tone to it. It's like a kind of hollow, clean tone. Yeah, I mean, that's what my musical ears, whenever I hear Vocaloid, I hear that. And now that I've heard enough of it, because we're studying it a bit with my crew, it's like, it has a sound to it. Now, here's the thing about this one. This is not Hatsune Miku, which is normal, which is like a very common voice bank that's used with the Vocaloid software. And turns out Vocaloid software is not the only vocal synthesizing software out there now. There's others being used. So this is so fascinating. So here's the thing about this song. Like, this song is about, and it really ties into what my theme of the month is. Every Monday of the month, this month, I'm celebrating an openly LGBTQ plus artist on the channel, and this song ties into that in a really nice way for June being Pride Month and stuff. And this song is really about it's about talking about the experience of sexual minorities. And at least that's a research, and that You know, the lyrics are talking about that with the XY chromosome, rainbow imagery, references to surgery, and the voice bank. This particular voice bank is not Hatsune Miku, which is a higher, brighter, very feminine, light sound. This voice bank is a little lower, it's a little edgier, it's a little more androgynous in its tone quality. And Teniwoha chose this voice bank, according to my research, on purpose to represent this. Like this is really like a social, in many parts, a social commentary song, in addition to being this like crazy, wild, brilliant song. Okay, so there's all of this going on. Let's listen a little bit more here. I want to listen a little bit more, and then I'm going to bounce back and forth between the tracks. Instead of listening all the way through, I wish I could do that on YouTube, but copyright doesn't usually let you do that. So we're going to stop and start a bit, but let's listen a little bit more to this one. It has some similarities in tone quality to like vocoders. Vocoders, what's a vocoder? A vocoder, let me show you. A vocoder is right over here in my setup. If you can see in that little window in the bottom here, that's this hardware thing. It's a TC Helicon Voice Life Touch. That's got a vocoder built into it. And what it does, like I have it set up so I can play chords on my keyboard. And what it does is it will double my voice in a digitized copy on whatever pitch I play on my keyboard. What? And that sometimes has a tone similar to that sort of really clean harmony sound here. Right there. Because that's in harmony the whole way. Yeah. I love those slides. Listen to this instrumentation here. It's crazy. That tone. It's like a synthesizer that has a quick release. You know? What a cool song. Oh? All right. Now we got a sense of the song. Let's go over and check out a little bit of the auto. God, this is so fascinating. Here we go. Different key already. Down. We are, how much lower are we? She's starting on an E natural. This one starts, okay, we're at minute 17. Let me remember where we left off. Okay. Auto is a minor third lower than the original Vocaloid version, which makes sense, which makes perfect sense. The thing about keys, as a singer, you know, I've been a vocal coach for 26 years, and one of the biggest things that I've seen singers mess up all the time is they get stuck on thinking you have to sing everything in the original key that it's written in. And if you can't, then you are not as good of a singer or something. And I've seen people do it even with like this, you know, with like synthetic type vocal things, or not. Synthetic's the wrong word. Yeah, I guess maybe to synthesize vocals, like where they're comparing themselves. They're like, I should be able to do it in the original key. That's not how singing works. It's like you don't expect from an orchestra that a cello can do all of the same exact high notes that a violin can do, right? It's a different instrument. So you would take and move the pitch of whatever you're playing down if you have a cello. That's the same thing with the voice. A lower voice, you just bring the key down. It's all more so about making sure that whatever exciting notes you have in the song match the level of excitement in your voice range that they do in the original. That's kind of the idea. So let's see. So we're down a minor third from the original for autos. Sounds like the same backing. I wonder if they just took the whole backing track and sort of pitched it down, or I wonder if Teniwoha rearranged it for her and like took the instruments down. I wonder. Do you hear the tone quality? Oh my God, that texture in her voice is unbelievable. I have to compare it. Listen. Oh! Fascinating. So right out of the gate on the Vocaloid one, we have harmonies. We have octave doublings. Let me see. So in the Vocaloid one, we have we've got that pitch range, and we have dun 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 dun. We have an octave doubled below, and then we also have a harmony. And we have it sounds like the octave doubling one is center, and then we have panned left. It might not be harmony. It may just be octave doublings, like 3 copies. And then on autos, it's just auto, I think. It's just one. Is it one voice? Yeah. No, there's some other weird voice stuff going on there too. What is that? It's like a creaky, weird sound in the panning, in the stereo panning left and right. It almost sounds like the droid voices in Star Wars a little bit that she has over there. It's like very robotic sound, but they're very quiet in the back. In the Vocaloid one, you can hear that it's very... The vocal doublings and things are much more present in the mix. In the auto one, they're much more baked in the back. And notice the difference in tone quality in her voice. She's more in a like a husky, windy. So in her tone, she's very delicate. She's very quiet. She has a little bit of gapping of her vocal folds, which lets air through. That airflow allowance. She's also putting some grit on the voice. I think she used vocal fry there. There's 2 ways to get grit on the voice: vocal fry or false chord grit. False chord grit's the more dynamic and diverse one. Vocal fry is very specific. I think she used vocal fry here. So she's windy. She's got a little bit of vocal fry, and she has a decent amount of space because she's so low in her voice. Her larynx is lowered. It's a little of an open tone, and then it changes right there. Let's go back to that beginning. You hear that weird effect on the vocal? It's so cool. Now she's into the metallic, brassy quality of her voice. Notice there's wind and metal. I talk about mixing all the time in singing. Mixing is learning how to control your voice from the windy tones that the voice can make to the metallic, bop, 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 trumpety tones the voice can make. That's a big topic you study in the world of singing. Yeah. Keep going. Oh! Okay, so here's the thing about Vocaloid. Let me just say this real quick, Vocaloid and Utaite. So Vocaloid composers came out and they do all this meticulous work where they take a human recorded voice and they go in and they edit all of the syllables, all of the vowels. They add in little vocal sounds. They make pitch slides. They make vibrato. They do all of this stuff meticulous. Build a ship in a bottle. Build a voice basically off of a human voice, ethically trained human voice. Okay? Very important. And so they started doing this, and then all of these singers, the utaite they're called, these Japanese singers started doing covers of these songs saying, wait, all this crazy stuff you have these computer voice things doing, we can do it too. So we're going to do covers of these. And then it started this whole interaction. And somebody asked me in one of the comments, they're like, it's so weird you as a vocal coach are interested in talking about Vocaloid, like you're into Vocaloid, as if being a vocal coach means I would look down on that. Like, that's not real singing, but come on, look at this. Like we have human vocals being influenced by digital creations. It's like digital art influencing the physical dimension art influencing digital dimension art. How is that not interesting, right? Otto. Oh my. And you know, it's so fascinating. Like, so then it's like we have this Vocaloid stuff going on, right? We have these tone qualities which have a unique sound to them. And inside of Vocaloid, I would not say as a vocal coach that the tone qualities are crazy diverse from section to section, right? If we think about vocal sound tone quality diversity, the Vocaloid it's in a more narrow bandwidth of diverse sounds so far, this song at least. Auto is all over the place. Auto is from husky warm to yeah to bright brassy metallic tones to yeah to vibrato to little pop riffs to hearing the breath. She puts every vocal sound a human makes into her singing. Really, she does. So it's such a contrast. It's so fascinating. Oh my God. All right. Well, let's go back to the original a little bit here now. We were like at 117, I think we got to so far. Here we go. Wait, let me get the transition here. Hear that tone right there? Like that is so Vocaloid sound. It like has this like type of a swelling in, and it releases in a very listen. Right there. That is so vocal. Whatever that right? It has a very short stop, like a very gated stop to the sound. And which voice bank this is? So this is V Flower released 2020. And so it's V Flower. No, but I wonder if V Flower is the bank, but I wonder which version of the software it is, because in the world of Vocaloid, there are different versions of the software, and each version of the software has a little bit of a different amount of control of human sounds. Until now, and all this is all the research I've been doing. I've been up so early this morning. Like some of the most recent Vocaloid software is now integrating AI to help with the nuances of the vocal tones, but not like the AI we think about, like what's going on with Suno and Udio, where it's like it's been trained on copywritten vocal material. It's not that type of thing. It's like using AI in the software, which the software is trained on ethical human vocal sounds, but it's now adding more advanced control features. So it's making the use of things like Vocaloid and I think Synthesizer 5 or V or whatever, and Ace Studio, they're all kind of doing... it's like more advanced controls on ethically trained human voice banks is kind of the idea. And oh my God, it's so fascinating. I am going to mess around with the software at some point with you all, and kind of go through it, because I've been a super nerdy electronic-y music producer as well. So that's a part of why me as a vocal coach, I'm into this stuff. I love the technology of the voice and what's going on with it in the world. It's fascinating to me. It's also fascinating organic vocals too, obviously. That was cool. Keep the deviant sex secret. You see, we're getting into what the song is about here. I mean, well, it was all about it up to this point, but now I'm actually paying attention to it instead of the music. Oh. Wow. Do not be afraid, a wide variety of genders. Yeah, see? Beautiful, beautiful. Mr. Crazy, villain, be happy with the possibilities. I love the feeling of this. I love the lilt. Very catchy melody too. Wow. This production, I'm okay. So I've been a producer and a vocal coach a long time. So it's like when I do reactions, I talk about everything from all angles. And I swear I could just go off on this production. It's so, again, this just falls into the category for me of like these Vocaloid producers, the brain, like they build, these songs are ships and bottles. That's exactly what they are. For almost all, not all of them, but they're meticulous. And it makes sense because to build a vocal in the way that Vocaloid composers and producers work, you've got to be that type of a mind, that meticulous mind, because you have to build every part of the human sound, right? And so think of that mind doing music production and instrumentation and the stacking of instruments. Listen to how dense and thick and saturated all of this, the instruments, the panning, the rhythmic accenting. There is so much going on in the music here. What does that sound? So cool. You may miss that if you listen on your phone. I'm just encouraging. I feel like if I have one mission, or like one of my many missions is listen to music either with stereo speakers or with headphones, because the producers are giving you a lot of art that you're not hearing if you don't. From listening from a phone, you're missing all the weird, cool panning that's happening in my head right now. Listen to that bass line. Jeez. Oh! This vocal is definitely more edgy than a lot of the Hatsune Miku that we listen to. It's got a bite on it. What does edgy mean? So it's like when I talk about voice, I'm talking about voice using this chart here. And this chart is, I've been teaching voice for, as I said, 26 years, and I found that I like to try to make the voices understandable and as simple to understand as possible. And I found that these 7 elements, if you break down the sound of a voice in relation to these 7 sort of vocal axioms or whatever we'll call them, then you get a real understanding of what's happening vocally. And if you think about like what's the predominant vocal texture that we are hearing from Flower V, right? Because Flower V it's a little bit, it feels like it has a little lower of a tone quality. It sounds like a little bit lower of a tone. It's not quite as high and bright as Hatsune Miku. So it's a little bit lower in tone, which we get that through softwares like this typically, and also through like other vocal softwares through formant shifting. Formant shifting is like in the software you make your head sound bigger or you make your head sound smaller, kind of a thing. So it sounds like there's a little bit of a formant shift in the tone to my ear. And then in addition to that, we have a lot of metallic tone quality. And I don't mean metallic like a robot is made of metal. I mean like bop, bop, bop in the way that the human voice can sound trumpety, like a trumpet, right? The tone of Flower V, bop, 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 it's very trumpety. But we were talking about Otto. Otto opened and she wasn't trumpety. She was husky and windy and airflowy. There's more obvious tone quality, which is the sound of your voice, diversity in the way Otto does it than in this Teniwoha version, right? This one is very pop 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 like. And I have to say, there is a lot of music where the human voice does that, where it's got that brass all the time type of a thing going on, right? But it is, I will say, in general, I don't hear even close to as much tone quality diversity in any of the Vocaloid stuff I've heard so far, especially compared to Otto. I would say Otto and now Kulana are maybe the 2 most vocally diverse from phrase to phrase singers I've ever heard. Maybe outside of some of the recent Eurovision stuff that happened this year. But even then, maybe Otto still wins. Otto and Kulana still win very much. But fascinating, right? What? Now we're in like a jazz swing moment for a second and then it stops? listening to Japanese music has completely broken my brain for like really a lot of the American music world just because of the complexity. I mean, it's so stimulating as someone who's been studying music their whole life and doing music and teaching because there's so much to break down. It's so stimulating. Like, what is this little swing? We got a little walking bass, boom, 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 boom. But what happens after? And then we're out of it. It was like a little jazz swing moment, and then we're out of it. Oh, now we're in it again. Now we're walking bass again. Woo, that was crazy chromaticism there. Wow. You hear that little short stuff? That was cool. It was like closing in on the consonant. I wonder how you do that in the software. I have to play with this software. Almost sounds like they put a little, or like Teniwoha put a little distortion on her voice there too. I mean, Flower V's voice. I don't even know what to say. Their voice, maybe. Such interesting synth stuff. Sounds like there's guitar in there too. The bass line's going crazy. The swing beat underneath there. What a fun song. Catchy melody. Lots of jumping around in the melody. Hatred Life. It should be Inflamed Villain. What a cool song concept. What a cool concept too, right? For a song, I love that. I love that openness. I mean, my channel's all about openness. Like that's really what I'm about. It's like creating a safe place for us to celebrate all types of art and all types of artists. And I love that Teniwoha put this out there. That's a powerful, really a powerful song, and to choose a voice bank based on that expression, sort of the gender fluidity. What I want to read exactly. So this manga. Wait, I was told by my community that it's a softer G, manga, right? Like in Shinigami, because we're watching Death Note together. I want to study Japanese. It's on my list to get started. I've got some plans for that. I'll talk to you about that soon. But you all have me listening to so much Japanese music right now, and I'm here for it. So this adaptation directly addresses gender dysphoria, and the lyrics, not subtext. It's straight up. It's like XY chromosomes, rainbow imagery, the whole thing. It's about self-acceptance, social judgment, being cast as a villain by people who don't understand you, like the whole Mr. Crazy Villain, Nocturnal Petals. I wear different clothes and pretend to be a boy in front of you, hiding one's true identity. I love it. I love putting it out like this. I love how art opens and expands social commentary and pushes back against it. Yes. All right, let's get into more of this the auto version here. Right? Here we go. So Otto does all these like really strong juxtaposed snaps between her, in voice pedagogy we call it TA dominant sound and her CT dominant sound. Thyroarytenoid dominant versus cricothyroid dominant. Let me just hold on before I get any further. My instructors will be mad at me if I don't introduce them. No, they won't really. My name's Tim. I've been a vocal coach for the last 26 years. So I just want to introduce myself. This is my website. I have an amazing team of teachers that teach with me here in the Manhattan, Tri-State, Philadelphia area. We do in-person lessons out here, but we have students now all over the world. So if you need a vocal coach, hit us up. The link is down in the description. So that will answer the question of who is this guy saying all this crazy stuff? Not only is Ado so amazing at all of these different vocal sounds, but she has such depth. She can sing with such depth. She can open her voice up and I feel like she's kind of doing that here. She can sound very thin and small and bright by closing her throat, raising her larynx, making a small. See how my voice sounds smaller right now because I raised my larynx? Now I can make it sound deeper by opening my throat. Ado gets that. She knows how to manipulate that aspect of her voice to create different textures. Makes sense on this song that she's adding more depth in her voice, right? To go with the Flower V stuff, right? See? Oh! This is so badass. Wow. Wow. So that little la, that slide thing, it's funny. I'm hearing it more and more now. Who started doing that? Yeah, it's like in jazz commonly, da dee da. That's where we do all this called crooning in singing. It's like sliding in and out of things. Ado does it a lot. I noticed that Kolana does it a lot too, and it's a really great effect. Doing it in a brassy belt with a growl, like. So, okay, well, do I want to go into all this? I'm going so deep right now in this video. So, like, she's using false chord grit, which I'll talk about later, but false chord grit is, I'll just say this simply, it's the one that you hear like a lot of metal singers use. Vocal fry, you'll hear metal singers use it some, but it's a very limited grit technique. False chord grit, yeah, where you get all of that extra stuff vibrating around the voice while you're holding a note. That's where you get, I mean, that's like the metal voice thing, metal singers thing. And Ado does them all. She's a master of that. She can sing pretty and beautiful and sweet and, oh, like almost operatic. And then she can flip and go right into these tones. Amazing. That little production thing is so weird and cool. It's panned in my left ear. There's that crazy bass line again. God. So there are vocal doublings going on here, but they're kind of subtle. I'm trying to figure out what the harmony is on them. Is that? It's so tight in there. I think it's up. The predominant is her melody. Oh. It's so cool because the original says something. It's powerful. It's art. It moves you. And then Ado on top of it moves you in a different way. You know, it's like it puts this raw angst, this like deep power. It takes the emotion, like if you were to interpret the emotional intention and expression from the Vocaloid one. There's almost a little different, there's almost a little more emotional, like if you think about what it portrays emotionally, everything comes down to how it comes out emotionally. Every musical thing we do, every vocal thing we do, it's about expression, it's about emotion at the core level. It's not about all this academic, technical stuff, really. It's more about the visceral experience that you get from listening to the music. And when you listen to the, like if you take it into that context, the commentary from the Vocaloid has it's very expressive, but it's very punchy. It's very consistently bang, bang, bang with the tone, right? Bop, 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 bop. So it has less dimensions to the expression. The Ado version, it has moments where it's almost like sad and intimate. And then it has moments where it rages. And then it has moments where it's somewhere in the middle of those emotional worlds, right? There's so much more complexity in what's being expressed in the way Ado sings it, right? Again, this is that digital influencing human, human influencing digital, this back and forth and stuff. It's like, how could I not find this interesting as a vocal coach? You know what I mean? Wow. See right there. So now a little cleaner, still brassy, still punchy, but not quite as gritty as. There's still a little textured grit on that tone though. Ado is so cool. Hear that flip back into life? You hear that little yodel flip there? Again, Ado has such contrast, such juxtaposition in her singing. So much depth. She doesn't always have that much depth in her tone as she does in this song. I think she put it on to go with the whole concept of the song, this kind of androgynous world. Like, that's what this song is about. Okay. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you are supporting the channel, I'm going to keep going. We're going to go on now and do Buriki no Dance, as well as Senbon Sakura. So if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. The full uncut, super long, this video is going to be so long. The full uncut video, if you're watching this on YouTube, that means I've already finished the full 3-song uncut thingamabob. That will be down in the description at the time that this is on YouTube. So if you want to come over and join the party, come on over. I have an amazing community of really supportive fans of Japanese music who are supporting the channel. This is my Discord, which is so active. And also, let's see, this is my J-Pop, J-Rock collection over on Patreon. I'll put a link to that down there, as well as my Ado. I have some exclusive Ado content that I've done deep studies on and breakdowns and things like that. And my content schedule, I'm now doing my forward content schedule, so you can see there's a lot of Japanese artists on here. Zutomayo is coming later this month, Mafu. Oh man, so much. There's so much here. So all of that, all of my studies. Kenshi Yonezu is coming Thursday, deep study. So yeah, link to all of my stuff is down in the description. Thank you for watching. Yeah. Okay. Cheers. All right, everybody.